Right, part two of this drawing. It's this drawing over here, 610. Just looking at all these views. So far I've drawn the sectional front view. That is completed. I can actually come up here and I can tick it off that I have done that. I said that I'd done 5 dimensions. I've actually rubbed one out because I drew it a little bit too close over there. I'm going to redo that one somewhere else on the drawing. Okay, what I've also done is I've rubbed out that line and I've rubbed out that line just to make it into a construction line. The reason being is that we need to look at what this view is going to look like when I section it. Now, you'll see over here on the drawing that these little bits of this sort of bearing sort of story stick out over here on that side and that side and that side and that side. You can see the whole as the hidden detail going through it. Now, what does that look like when I cut through it? I've drawn it out over here as an isometric. You can see there's the cutting line. Okay, you can see that cutting plane over there, AA, standing over here, or a little bird actually flying above it, and that section of it is going to be removed from this whole thing. You can see that nicely done over here, where the top part of this thing has been taken away, and what's going to be left is a cutting plane, which is going to be hatched over here as we did the hatching before. There it is, just hatch that as though we'd taken a saw through that and left the saw blade marks on it. Right, okay, let's have a look and see how we're going to do that. Well, I'm going to start out and I'm going to draw in some construction lines coming from my circle. It's always easier to draw the circles first and then draw your construction lines from the circles onto the next view that you're going to need them on. Right, so there we go. There's the circles, okay. And I can draw in those pieces over there. Let's just draw in that. It says that it's 8 millimeters, so it's 16 millimeters. On either side of this story, I'm going to have a few little millimeters. How do I go about doing that? Well, what I would do is I would find the center of this first of all. I'm just going to take my set square, draw a little construction line like that, draw a little construction line like that. Same story over there, that, and that. Once I've got that, I can draw a little line going across the center of this piece over here. And from that, I'll be able to measure off the 8 millimeters on either side without having to do mental gymnastics. There we go, get my 8. Come over here, measure it off on that side, turn it around, measure it off on that side, go over there, measure it off 8 over there, 8 over there. That gives me 16 millimeters going across there. And I can now come over here and I can draw a line going across over there, line going across over there, linking it up with that mark that I just made on either side. Come down over here, measure off the 8 millimeters there. There it is, linked up with that mark I just made there, and line going across over there. Once I've got that in place, I can draw lines going across over here, like that, like that. Draw lines going across like that and like that. I can draw a line coming in over there and over there. I can draw a line coming in over there and over there. Note I'm not going all the way across, just up to the edge over there. There, and there, and there, and there. And then I need to see where it cut through this part over here. You can see where the cutting plane cut in over there. Let's just have a look at that on the, you see the cutting plane cutting at that point. Where do I get that? Well, where the cutting plane goes through that part, I can draw a construction line going over there, draw a line in over there and over there, come across over here to where the cutting plane cuts over there, and I can draw a line going over there and over there. Finish this off. Let's draw a line going up to that Draw a line going up to that. Same story there. Take a line going across from there to there. Take a line going across from there to there. And take a line going across from there to there. Right, once that's in place, I can now do that last little line over there. Sorry. And I can now do the hatching for this thing. Oh yes, lastly, center line. Let's just put a center line in over here for those two circles over there. And I can then do the hatching over here. Let's just do that hatching very, very quickly. There I go. Fast as I can. Come across here. Let's do that top part over there. Could have probably done that at the same time as doing the bottom. This is starting over here, so let's do that. Try to save moving the ruler as much as you can when you're doing this sort of game. And that part is hatched over there. Coming across as fast as we can with our hatching. So you don't want to waste time doing hatching. Right, okay, there we go. There's the top view done. Right. Next thing is to do the right view of this. Okay, first of all, what I would suggest you do is just draw a construction line going up over there between those two views. Draw a construction line from the top of your front view coming across here. Take a 45-degree line from that intersection of that line and that line. Draw that out over there. Okay, drawn it a bit darker than I normally would just to show. Okay, and what I can now do is I can project lines coming across from my top view onto that view over there. From all of these points over here, coming across. See that coming across there. Oops. There we go. Take that over there. All of those lines coming across. Okay, and I can now drop those lines down. There we go. Just link them up as we go. And you'll find that if you've done it properly, you don't need to do any more measurements on this entire drawing. Right, what have they asked you for in this drawing? They're asking you for a sectional right view, okay? I think before I carry on, I'm just going to label this sectional view there. Just put a little line coming down to that center line. Draw in some arrowheads. Okay, should be a little bit longer than your normal arrowheads for your dimensions. Write in an A over there. Write in an A over there, and that would be called top sectional view on AA or something along those lines. You can label that. We'll do the labels a bit later. Right, let's get on with doing this left view over here. What's my sectional view going to be? Well, I'm going to draw in a little line going like that, little line doing that. Lengthen that a little bit, try and get the same length. Put an arrowhead on there. Put an arrowhead on there. And we're going to call that B. B. All right. Where am I going to be standing? I'm going to be standing over here, looking across at that cutting plane, removing that part of this thing. And what am I going to look at then? Let's have a look. Well, you can see the line that I'm going to be cutting along over there. All right, this part is going to be removed, and I'm going to end up with a view that looks like that, which we can put the hatching in over here, and you can see where the saw blade is going to cut through this thing when that part is removed. So there it is, that part all hatched. Right, okay, so that's what we need to try and draw as a two-dimensional drawing over here. Okay, so let's take some lines across. First of all, can I see this base? Well, yes, I can. There's the base. It goes from that point. You can see the base over there, traveling down to that point, going across to that point. Okay. Next thing that I'm going to look at is this over here, coming across, coming down, and that going across and coming down. And I can draw a little line going over there. Correct, yep, that is it. Good, okay. And once I've got that, I can come up to the top over here. I can draw in a line going over there, and a line going over there. I can come over here to these parts over here. From that, from that, from that, you can see how I'm linking these lines that I'm drawing now from these circles. Okay, I'm going to draw a line going over there, over there. Come down over here, I'm going to draw a line going over there, over there. I'm going to be able to draw, oh, sorry, I've forgotten to draw in that little construction line coming from that point, coming across and down, and from that point coming across and down. And I can draw in these little lines over there, over there, over there, over there. Right, okay, let's get going and draw this thing. Line there, a line there, a line there, a line going all the way down to there, a line going down to there, a line going down to there. Let's come across here, line over there, a line over there, a line over there. Right, and I've got a hole going through this thing, so a line showing the edge of that hole. I'll show it to you now in the the three-dimensional view, so that you can hopefully see what we've got over there. There we go. You can see over here the two pieces at the top, those two over there. And coming down over here, you can see this part over here. That would be that part over there, that little blocky story. Okay, all that I need to do now is to put in a center line and do some hatching. Center line, remember, these are circles. So put those center lines in, don't lose those marks, and put your hatching in as fast as you can. There we go, going across. There we go. There we go, that's all hatched. I think the last thing that I'm going to do is just to put in that last dimension. What we need is a length over here. Let's pop that in. Let's draw two little extension lines coming up there, line coming across, Put your arrows in. These lines that I'm doing now should be done with a 0.3 pencil. Construction line, construction line. Length of this is 54. 54. And there we go. That's basically everything that we need. Check. Did I draw a full sectional front view? Tick. I can do that. Did I draw a full sectional right view? Tick. I can say, yes, I did. Did I draw a full sectional or a sectional top view? Yes, I did. Okay. It also says here, show the section line for the top view and name the view. Right. So over here, I need to write in somewhere over here, section T-I-O-N-A. Okay, or you could say sectional top view. It says over here, full sectional front view. It says show the section line for the sectional front view. Where would that be? I need to draw that in a little bit. Right, let's just extend that out over here. There's a section line. Don't forget to put your arrows on. Let's call that C. C. Okay, you can see that I've got A, I've got B, and I've got C. Section CC. Okay. Okay, it says a full sectional right view. Show the section line for this, and you need to name the view as well. So we need to say section SECTION, and what was that? BB. BB. All right. Section BB. That's section AA, and this is, they really like you to write this whole story out. Full sectional front view, full sectional TIONAL front FRNT, and I'm going to put C. Right. Okay, there we go. There's our section views. We've put in all the dimensions that we need to. Yeah, I think that's more or less it. Yeah, when you come to doing your dimensions, I think little hint there, don't go and try and do all sorts of maths. Just write in the dimensions as you see them, and you can't go wrong with getting the dimensions or the marks for those dimensions. So over here, I've got one that is 24. So let's put in 24, and I can say I've done all of the things. Go through this question, tick off as soon as you've done them. 5 dimensions, all hidden detail and center lines. Okay, did we have hidden detail that we needed to put in? Absolutely not, because it is a sectional view. We don't actually put hidden detail, even though there would be hidden detail over here from that hole. But I'm not going to do that. What you can do, if you want, you can take a center line coming across here. There's the center line, and you can put in a center line over there just to show that there would be a hole at that point. But you don't need to put hidden detail. It's a sectional view, and we don't put hidden detail onto sectional views. Right, there's the drawing. I hope that helped.